Hi, I'm Jillian, the Spiritual Light Catalyst, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going to be coming through on the 8/8 Lionsgate Portal this 2024, and also some messages that will be coming in to help humanity in many ways, and yourself as well. So in this Stargate, we're going to be working through currently the Lyran Portal. And we're gonna start to channel in some frequencies of higher dimensions to help everyone remember their galactic presence. And for those of you who are new to me, we obviously come from somewhere, right? We are not just born on this planet reincarnated, we come from somewhere. And as we're connecting in with the 8/8 Lionsgate, we're gonna be connecting in to the star system Sirius. Some people call it the dog star. We also call it the God star, dog reversed. And we're gonna start bringing in energies in a galactic sense to help you start to step into your role to, maybe it's a humanitarian role, somewhere that you're gonna take greater leaps and jumps in your soul's purpose. So as we began last year during the 8/8 portal, it actually a lot of energy and transmissions and preparation for your physical vessel started coming in last year, days before. So the Galactic New Year starts today, and we start to bring in this new portal of energy. And again, this is about rebirth, really, for you to start becoming more aware of who you really are in the spiritual sense and what you came here to be, like your bigger soul mission and purpose. And like I always describe to my clients who have been with me for quite some time, look at your life as everything is on the job training for your greater soul mission. All the things that happened to you, all the things that you experienced, the family that you incarnated into are going to be part of your golden nuggets to help you in the future for your bigger soul's purpose and mission. So always look at everything. If there's another way to kind of look at it is, what if everything that has happened in your life, all the different experiences that you had, good, bad, whatever that is, things that you overcame, travesties, good, again, everything, good and bad. What if all of those were for your higher purpose, your true destiny? So that's the way we look at it in the spiritual journey. And so for this particular portal and the 8/8 Lionsgate, it really is going to be about the soul just taking completely over the driver's seat. Last year we started preparation for this for many of those that were already spiritually awakened. And we sort of gently nudged the ego. Remember, the ego is just the wounded aspect of yourself. It is the wounded child that maybe was wounded in so many other previous lifetimes as well, that is also imprinted in all your unconscious programming. And a lot of your fears, your memories and things that are actually kind of sort of trapped in the unconscious mind, fears, anxieties, traumas, emotional imprinting of the negative. Those are the things that actually get imprinted and kind of affect us. This is what we call the ego, the personality matrix. It's the wounded aspect of yourself. You can look at it as the wounded child, the wounded aspect of yourself. But really, our conscious minds have been making decisions from this wounded aspect of ourselves. Sometimes we bop into the layer of the subconscious programming. That's all the stored memories from this lifetime. It's all your memories, your knowledge, your data, all your experiences, everything that you picked up and remember. Your fears and traumas from this life and all that lower dense emotional imprinting gets imprinted into the unconscious programming. And then also past lives gets imprinted in the unconscious programming from those fears and traumas and emotional imprinting as well, because when we come into this life, the memory is completely wiped. So some of those things don't necessarily correlate and make sense to the experiences you had in this life, but we'll have similar things that we need to complete. This energy just needs to complete itself. Karma always has a cycle, and it needs to complete in order for you to be healed. And in this last particular 8/8 Lionsgate, we were helping everyone to just put your soul on the driver's seat. aligning your soul to be in the driver's seat now. And instead of the, you know, the operation of everything coming from the wounded ego, we threw the ego in the back seat. And if the ego was maybe talking too loud or screaming, we just sort of like threw him in the trunk. Ultimately, we want the ego to be hanging out with us in the car, because there's a good part of our ego too. We just don't want the wounded aspect making decisions. And if the wounded aspect of you is driving the car, you're not necessarily going to be taking the right actions, right? We want soul aligned actions, not what you think, not what your traumas were and your memories from this lifetime. Those traumas, maybe good, maybe bad, those experiences all are feeding into how we make decisions in this lifetime. And our goal is to help you get aligned into your highest soul alignment. So this particular 8-8 Lionsgate, and it's starting now, we in the shop, the ladies and I in the shop, all of us are energy healers, and we already had started processing most of the things that we're going to be bringing forth in this particular portal. So we do have a Stargate portal that is opening, that is a Lyran Stargate Portal, and they're bringing in loads of planetary downloads at this time for those that are able to channel the frequencies. I'm able to channel those frequencies, so I'll be bringing those in. We'll be bringing in everything that is going to be here, whether it be Lyrans or other star family races, Sirians, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Orions of a benevolent nature, Andromedans. We're going to be bringing in whatever it is you need to help you awaken to your highest alignment of your soul, and let that soul be in the driver's seat. Again, we've just been doing preparation of clearing out the wounded aspects, wounded programming that has been really running and making decisions in our lives. And if I get a lot of people that have been coming in, especially lately, going, I just need to know what my soul purpose is. And really all of that is locked inside. My job is to help you unlock it and activate it. That's why I call myself the spiritual light catalyst. We start to remove all your blocks, your obstacles, and things in the way that are stopping you from shining the light that you already are. So sometimes we have old programs, we have old belief structures that are keeping us from behaving the ways that we really want and manifesting some of the things that we want, because our beliefs can actually be reflecting and or resisting and or blocking out the things that we truly want to manifest. So it makes your manifestations a lot harder. Again, we're just going to put you in the highest alignment. For those that are new to me, I work within your 12 tree grid system, which is 12 main chakras that we just start activating and putting you into your highest alignment. Each of those 12 chakras are connected to time, space, and dimension. They're also connected into a Stargate. They're also connected into a strand of DNA. And as we start to clear up all of those blocks and obstacles, some of those strands of DNA get to come online. They get to be activated. So science once said that, we have, 3 strands of DNA and the others are junk. Well, we now know, we have discovered that they're not junk. That's what contains our higher sense perceptions. And a lot of you are just waiting to be activated in those strands of DNA or lying dormant. Really what is stopping it from activating is there's just different blocks and obstacles in the way, a lot of fear programming. We're going to start to clear that out in every energy session, whether it be group, individual, family. But in this particular 8-8 Lionsgate, we're just going to correct everything and start activating you. This is the most potent 8-8 Lionsgate that we've had yet. We have harmonized earth grids that started harmonizing last December in the winter solstice, and they're just becoming stronger and stronger. Again, this is the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon there's a lot related to that, but dragon energies and frequencies. We have an inner dragon that we birth within, which is all of our own Kundalini energy, and that energy runs in and around through our chakras and spirals up our body and out our body. We're going to connect in with that as well with those 12 strand DNA activation and 12 main chakras. We're also going to, some individuals will have dragon spirits that might be coming in to work with them. And those are very magical. We have many different types of dragon spirits that can come in. Some work with the earth grids and various different forms. I worked with a lot of them since 2018 in helping to remove trapped energies from the earth, helping to clear things out of the earth. Dissonance. We have all experienced areas and places that we've gone where you just walk into something and it just doesn't feel right. There's some funky energy. Maybe you've sensed some ghosts or things around. You know, this is what I help to, and me, myself, and other light workers like me, we help to clear out some of that density in the earth. There's a lot of things that I've cleared out even locally that were trapped energies, both from ancient timelines that we had some portals that I was able to clear, and also even just some local parks. We were clearing out some war times. Some things came from the sadness and things in and around Indians. And we are in an area where we had several different Indian tribes that were like the Seminole Indians, for example. I'm in Florida, Clearwater, Florida, but just in Largo, in one of the parks, I was able to open up a portal to help clear some of that density out of the land from those war times. And this exists all over the planet. We've had war, we've had warring, we've had bombs and atrocities and things that we've all done collectively to some degree that has harmed the planet, and we can actually feel that dissonance and that disharmony. So there is some, we'll call them off-force energies and help coming in to help bring in more harmony into our planet, our earth grids, which we're all connected through, by the way, through these 12 main chakras. Each one again is connected to a stargate, which eventually connects into various different ley lines around the planet. So if you feel like you're getting some kind of outside interference in the land that you're living on, there's quite a bit of possibility that that is happening. We have various different types of earth grids. Some are electric, some are magnetic, some are electromagnetic. We have crystal grids, we have metal grids. There's so many different types of energetic earth grids that if there's dissonance, it can actually affect your chakras, because some of them will are connected into the chakra systems. So there's that in kind of influence. We're going to start peeling away layers and clearing out densities and in and around things that you may not even be aware of that are affecting your energy field. That gets to happen every time. So we're going to work on that. Again, we're going to help you download what you need for your highest soul alignment. The biggest one, we're going to connect into the great central sun. We're going to start downloading. The sun is very, very key in general in terms of our DNA consists of part the sun. We have earth, air, fire, water, fire, sun, ether, right? And we have all these elements that encompass in our DNA. And when we have abilities, there's certain times that we can get different types of energies that might be streaming into the planet. A lot of times we have solar portals open, various different times of the month. And when those solar portals are open, it's a time that we could even sun gaze, activate our DNA. We can just be downloaded with some of our soul gifts. A lot lately, what we've been experiencing personally in the shop is everybody coming into healing past lives, massive ancient past lives. I had a Sumerian lifetime that came through about a week ago that took me quite a few days to process, probably 2 to 3, 4 days took me to process. I had a Mu lineage, Lemurian, just trying to think, many Egyptian different past lives that I've healed over this past year. We work through a lot of different things. We're just going to be processing your karma, your ancestral karma. Let's talk a little bit about the ancestral karma. A lot of people, when you come in, okay, so you come into this lifetime and you have all the things, all the soul contracts, all the things that the soul wants to experience, and some things that maybe did not get resolved in a past life is going to come in this one. So when you sort of come into this life, you're kind of floating down into your body and finding your parents on the earth plane. And so you'll be taking on some of your things that get corded and connected through that karma comes through the earth star chakra, which is about 6 to 12 inches beneath your feet. And in a lot of what your parents will have in terms of ancestral karma, because we do take on beliefs, energetic imprints, karma, everything comes in through the ancestral lineages. It starts to really quite happen in the womb, right? And when we take our first breath, we get what's called star mapping. So we get downloaded with all the astrological alignments from the stars, where the stars were at the time we were born. This is why we get astrology and all of our horoscopes, right? So we are connected into the celestials, so connected above and so below into the earth. And every time I work with you, we are going to be putting you into your highest alignment for your soul. What can we help? What densities, what influences are coming in off planet that maybe, certain planets are changing, right? Certain zodiac signs are changing every month. So every month you have opportunity to work with me twice a month to start working on some maybe possible negative influences, things related to your karma that you need to start working on and clearing out. It'll be coming up, and if you don't really process it correctly, it may not be completely resolved. So what I help you do is to help you become more aware of it and resolve it. In a group session, I don't get all the information. I can't forward all the information onto you exactly what is happening, but you will get your energetic downloads, what you need, and correction to put you into more of a positive alignment with whatever that planetary influence is coming in. And again, we'll be helping to correct out what we can too through the earth grids, how that might be affecting you, where your karma is coming and being courted. We're going to clear out your traumas, soul contracts that need to be resolved. We can resolve some. So we're going to clear out traumas, emotional imprints, limiting beliefs. We'll start clearing out fears, karma. Fears and anxieties are huge. Of course, all the fears and anxieties are really what's feeding into the ego, the wounded aspect of ourselves. And then we're going to do shadow integration. So when that wounded aspect of yourself gets to come into the light, it gets to integrate with you. We call that shadow integration. We're bringing that part of you that maybe had a limiting belief or a false belief, or maybe didn't imprint everything correctly at the time of the trauma or emotional imprint or wherever your need was not met. And for those, again, who are new, most of our imprinting in this lifetime starts to imprint in the womb. And most of our conditioning and beliefs are set in place by the age of 7. Okay? And then, so most of your beliefs you're taking in through your parental guidance, whoever that influences, from your family, your siblings, society, what you experience, your needs being met, your needs not being met. We make sometimes judgments and conclusions. We've always heard that we're just like sponges, right? Because we are sponges. We're just absorbing everything in our environment. But sometimes we're making judgments and conclusions about when our needs are not getting met that are not correct. I'm not worthy. Mom, dad didn't pick me up. I'm not worthy. Somebody hit me over the head with something. Oh my, there's all these different traumas, and the way that the infant mind starts to imprint beliefs isn't always correct, right? It's wounded, didn't get its needs met. So we might have a version that we're playing out in the world that is, the world doesn't love me, this person doesn't need me, I'm never going to be lovable, anybody that I meet. We even pick up habits around our parents, whether that be what our beliefs in and around marriage and how that looks like. There's so many things that we start imprinting at a very early age. And then we just keep repeating these patterns with different faces, different places, different situations, different scenarios. And our 7 main chakras are imprinted in that first 21 years of life. So first 7 years, we're getting most of our conditioning imprinting. The next 7, we're just repeating it again. It's another 7-year cycle. And then again, repeating again until those chakras are pretty much filled with a lot of your belief structure, good and bad, however you want to look at that. Limiting beliefs, maybe not correct. So that's so all of that imprinting that goes into the body, right? All that emotional imprinting, everything becomes an attractor field to your reality. Whatever that imprint is, good and bad. This is why sometimes we're like, why am I manifesting certain things? And that was not what I was consciously trying to manifest. Well, sometimes there is something imprinted in the body that is magnetizing to your reality. And our goal, working with your spiritual healing team, is just to help you get rid of the negative aspect so you can be the more light that you are. That's it. Just getting rid of those limiting beliefs, those blocks, those obstacles. Sometimes blocks and obstacles are so strange how they show up. I gave an example of helping a woman. One point, it was literally she was having blocks and obstacles to booking an Airbnb and getting her insurance to cover a procedure for her son. And when we did one session, we were able to start working through energetically all the different levels and layers, because it is layered like spider webs, that were actually bringing to her those obstacles and blocks. And then as soon as we worked through those, she literally was in checkout and the shop. She came in the shop in person, and she was getting a phone call from the insurance company saying it was going to go through this, everything was going to happen. So everything since then, it's been a good month. She's still on a roll. Everything's going exactly as how she wanted it to be. But what we did was take out the obstacles, maybe some beliefs and things that were coming in that were just stopping it from really manifesting for her. So we work on so many levels. Again, this 8-8 Lionsgate is really going to be about what is blocking you from understanding who you truly are, what you came here as a soul. And maybe some of you are actually living that, but maybe there's another level, another layer that's coming out, right? Who did you come here to be? How did you decide to come shine your light? And then what are all the obstacles and everything in the way from you downloading that and receiving that information? Because it's really light information. It's your information. We're going to start clearing out all the blocks. And then you can start embodying more of that. Again, everything is locked inside. I liken what we do with the 12 main chakras. We're just plugging you in like light bright. And then we're getting all the little avenues, the other little energetic avenues opened, your axiotonal lines. We can even work through meridians. We're going to work through your nodule structure, because the nodule structure, there's 144,000 nadis in the body where we can just imprint all different types of emotions and blocks. We're going to start working through and resetting some of the mind programming, how the mind may be connected into, because the mind's just a computer, how the mind might be connected into the lower wounded aspect of yourself. And we're going to start reprogramming from the heart field. So there's structure. We're going to put the structure into place. It's sort of like these 12 main chakras. There's a little structure that comes into the heart chakra. And all of those form a compass or a clock. So we're going to start activating that, putting you into alignment so that you can start activating more of your dormant DNA, your natural gifts and abilities, removing all the blocks and obstacles so that you can start coming into that higher alignment. You know, some people used to liken this to, we have two avenues, two roads, right? You're either going to choose the Y in the road. The Y in the road for us in energy is you're going to choose love and above frequencies. Or you're going to choose fear. Because right now we're seeing in society a division. Where is everybody going into more fear-based programming? Whether it be news, media, we have so much in politics right now coming up that's trying to keep us in division and fighting and warring amongst ourselves. They're just keeping us warring against ourselves. And either the choice is going to have to go, we're going to have more of that, more division. I'm this way. I feel it, I resonate with whatever you want to say, Republican, Democrat, whatever side, that's more division. And really we need to come into the heart chakra so we can find some unity consciousness, even get our governments working on some level so that they can actually accomplish some things instead of a bunch of the red tape that's being shown up. I know we experience that a lot in the United States. So we need to come into the unified field and be unified and no more of this fighting. And so the choice for humanity right now is to start to make a decision. What do you want more of? Because whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of. So you want to focus on, I'm going to be warring, I'm going to be fighting over this religious thing or political thing or whatever it is. It could be medical as well. Or are you going to go into, no, I'm going to choose to be love, positive, and that becomes your attractor field. This is what we get to put you into, this love or above frequency. And all of this is connected in the heart chakra. Because we're all connected into the unified field this way. We can bring in source energies and we're all connected. Fourth chakra is the astral realm. And it's the ways that we're all connected to each other. And we get to start seeing our connection with everything. All sentient life, animals, plant life, and each other and the earth. And the only way to get past all of this division is to really sit in that space. So if that sounds like something that you would rather have than the division and all the fighting and all the chaos and more warring, this is what we're going to put you into, this unified field. It's a much more loving space, more calm, peaceful space. And the beauty of doing a group recording like the one that's coming up in the 88 Lionsgate is you actually get that recording, whether you show up live or not. You don't have to show up live, you just have to register. Again, it's August 8th. We're going to do this at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And it'll go for about 2 hours. So you'll get the recording. We're going to separate a separate one just for the energy healing. So all year, you can focus on what is my highest alignment? What am I bringing in? And it will help you to start working through some of the mental programming that might still be operating from the wounded lower self to put you into that more unified field and start reprogramming your brain into the heart in the unified field. So there's loads of things that we'll be bringing forth, loads of higher dimensional beings, all your spiritual, of course, all the angelic realms will be there, all the guardian family races. We just call them the Heavenly Guard. We're going to bring in all the star families. Loads of Egyptians will come in. Gods, deities, Goddess Isis is always there. We have loads of Egyptians that will come in for that. But we have loads of divine, feminine, ascended masters and representatives, and a lot of divine, masculine, ascended masters. So we always have a really beautiful consortium of higher dimensional beings that will come in to help you. And they're a part of your spiritual healing team. They're here to help you. Whether you've connected with them sporadically, they can come into your life more often if you want to start going down that journey and developing your higher sense perceptions and developing more of who you really came to be. So again, if that sounds like something that you want to do, I would definitely go over to my website. You can go to spirituallightcatalyst.com. There is a link at the top of the page. You can also go to organicreverence.com. They both go to the same website. And at the top of the page is a link for the 88 Lionsgate to sign up. It's only $88. Again, it's going to be 2 hours long. You don't have to be present and live. I will be doing it live. You just need to set your intention, and I'm going to bring forth whatever it is you need to help you bring your soul in, to help you embody your soul. What did your soul come here to do? And we can't embody the soul until we clear out these dense layers of who we're not, who we're absolutely not. And that's just a density, right? That's what's blocking us. You had an agenda, you had a purpose, you decided as a soul to come here to do specific things. Again, you might be on that path a little bit, might be sporadic, you might be heading down that direction. We're all just on the job training. I've picked up many skills along the way. In some aspects, I felt like I was kind of not, because I wasn't achieving like a high level, what I experienced a high level of all the things that I picked up. But little did I know all of those gifts, talents, and skills that I had picked up throughout my life were going to help me for this much bigger picture for humanity. And that's going to be the same for you. Again, what if your entire life, that's what I call on-the-job training, all your experiences, all your wounding, all your positive, everything was for your bigger picture, for your destiny. Just think about that. And if you want to start bringing that in, have an easier life, not be living in this wounded aspect and this hurt aspect of you, and really want to start coming into a much more loving and peaceful and easy flowing life, then you're going to want to join us on the 88 Lionsgate. You're not going to want to miss it, because that will be your opportunity to download that. It won't be readily just streaming into the planet for everybody just, oh yeah, I'm going to receive that. You might receive some bits and pieces, but what I see people struggling as is they're not clearing out the density. They're having a lot of issues with the density. And we're going to help you clear those out and clear out the blocks and obstacles so it can be quicker and easier for you. Just quicker and easier. So again, just head over to our website. There might be a link in my bio. I think there is, but you can go into spirituallightcatalyst.com, organicreverence.com. Look at the top of the website. When you get there, There is an 8/8 Lionsgate portal. I can't wait to work with you then. I look forward to servicing you and helping you bring in the divine light of your soul. I'm Jillian, the Spiritual Light Catalyst, and namaste.